Okay, one of my favorite things to do, talking about punishing taunts. You
Yeah.
know, in unranked, you do the Pikachu taunt to say
Oh,
goodbye.
yep, yeah.
Favorite
Yep.
thing in the world. You short hop approaching laser to stop the taunt. They'll taunt again,
Yeah.
and then you punish them, and you get a kill, and it's so
You
funny.
get a kill, and then they leave, and you see waiting for game right away.
Yeah,
But
yeah, absolutely.
oh my god, super clean grounded China to shield by SFAT there to kind of prevent the grab. This matchup of like millimeters, right? Like it's like
Ooh!
Kodorin was 2 frames away from getting a grab, and instead he gets shined away. So it's like, oh man.
Oh, and Kodorin tries to jump out of that, but SFAT's all the way in him, and so he's just able to get the shine.
Yep.
Oh, what
Worth
a
noting that
jab.
Marth is pretty okay with that. Anytime you get shined while you're in the air, Fox doesn't get a conversion, right? Like you're just gonna
Mhm.
land right away. So it's like kind of worth the risk to just be like, oh, I might get shined out of shield here, but it's totally fine. Oh, but that one's not fine. Not when you're on the ground. But he SDIs out of the up air.
Yeah, and that was another situation where it was millimeters, right? He
Yeah.
he almost hit the up air or the up tilt, but he missed it, and so instead he just dies.
He just dies, yeah, and that's something, it didn't used to be a kill, right? Like, back in the days, Fox would shine out a shield, and he gets you off of him. Nowadays, Fox would shine out a shield, and they perfectly wave shine and kill you off of it, right? It's like, it's just, so, pretty cool to watch to see these optimizations, because this is another, like, the matchup's been talked about way too much by the community, you know, just like being Marth favorite, and Foxes are still making their own innovations. I mean, obviously, that's not, like, brand new or anything, but still.
Ooh, and then Kodorin there, he goes for B up B to kill, but he doesn't find the tipper, so SFAT's able to make his way back, even though he's already at 160.
Yep, so SFAT's just looking for chip damage here. You see him doing a little bit more lasers and down tilts here. He's actually not looking for the huge conversion right here. He's down to get him to 40% to make the next stock way easier for him.
Right, exactly. Just trying to get out of that CC
Yep,
percentage.
exactly.
Unlock
But,
the nair.
he'll take the kill. He'll take the kill. He's
Oh,
not there.
absolutely, yeah.
Kodorin just... Oh my god, the forward air? Okay.
And it's just, again, I'm really liking the way that SFAT's playing this, because it's very patient, and it's letting Kodorin know, hey, you're losing, and you have to come to me.
Yep.
And Kodorin's just not able to find those openings. He's very good at punishing an over-aggressive Fox, but so far he's been having trouble closing out that first stock. But he finally finds it there.
Yep. And this is definitely a matchup too where there's like a percent range where Marth is just extremely scary. And it starts at 0, right? Like Marth can just kill you starting at 0. But once you pass 150, it actually becomes harder for Marth to kill you. He loses his like kill conversions off of grabs and stuff. And then his edge guards, they're never free. It's like it's just as hard as 190 as it is at 50, right? So
Right.
once you get really high percent, it actually is pretty hard for Marth to close out the stock.
Yeah. I like to joke that Marth gimps you at 150 and kills you at 60.
Nice, yeah. It's just like, oh yeah, that's just a normal kill if he kills you at 0.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, honestly, good for your mental game to just think that. Kodorin, oh, I was gonna say, has been so consistent with these SDIs, and SFAT also took note of that and said, eat a second hit only, right?
You don't get a chance.
Yeah.
Kodorin has been doing a lot to find a lot of these down tilts, but SFAT seems to just have the plan B ready so that he doesn't get converted on.
Yep, super cool. Like he's CC down tilting it or CC shining it or like CC dashing away and stuff, right? And so like that's the thing. It's like crouch canceling has gotten so much better in recent years. Not only because people do it all the time, oh my god, but they act out of it perfectly too. Love the rapid jab at the end to close out. Instead of a taunt, you just rapid jab, Chun-Li style.
Wow, so a really, really impressive game one from SFAT there. It seemed like Kodorin had a lot of good ideas coming into the fight, but just every new thing that Kodorin threw at him, it felt like SFAT's game plan already had that accounted for, right?
Yeah.
We saw the great SDI. SFAT was ready to go for the second hit only up air. We saw the down tilts sort of stuffing out SFAT, but he already had a game plan to avoid getting punished and to find the reversals. So really impressive.
A lot of times, this matchup in general, and also Kodorin in general, kind of thrive on the fact that they can outpunish you, right? And that's not the case in this matchup, not because SFAT is killing you off of one hit, but because SFAT's defense is not giving you the conversions that you need, right? Kodorin hit very few just raw grabs, so this one, we see a raw grab right here, but even that, like, you saw a down tilt earlier, and it didn't lead to a grab, right? So SFAT's making it so hard for him to get, like, the actual openings here.
Right, and you saw even there, right? There's that chain grab that is so devastating on FD, and SFAT finds that perfect opportunity at the 29% to get the SDI behind and find the shine. And he just gets out of it so early.
Yeah, it's like the slight DI makes it super ambiguous whether or not you have to turn around or not. And he starts like testing you with forcing you to dash pivot grab, and if you mess up like just a bit, he gets to jump out. So,
and even there, I like the fact that he went for the more threatening option, right? He didn't even go for the jump out; he went for the shine.
Right.
And it's just like, if you screw this up, you're gonna die, which is pretty intense.
Yeah, I don't know if you die from that, right? Because
Sure,
it's a
fair.
shine in the air, but you're definitely getting some damage, right? And being put in a bad spot. You're on your back foot now. And ooh, good recovery. That time he still had his jump. Oh,
Wait, how did he make it back? That's crazy.
yup. Fox is supposed to shine and then re-grab the ledge there. It's like a pretty. It's not like a super free edge guard like it is against like Spaceys or something, but. SFAT didn't fully trust himself that he'd hit it, so he kind of went back on stage. So, oh, a big overshoot grab there. Ooh,
Oh,
Kodorin
but he
not
gets
really
the block.
testing it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This is like when you're going for fourth throws at 11% or something, right? It's like at that point you should be able to just get the regrabs, but the slight DI is messing with his confidence right now, right? So.
Okay, but here he gets a pretty strong chain grab.
Ooh,
Holding
doesn't give
SFAT
him his
off.
jump back
Yeah.
and a dash pivot tipper right there. This is an impossible recovery here. Perfect, nice.
And there's Kodorin claiming his first lead of the set. Really strong stuff from him there.
Yep, and that was definitely his cleanest combo so far, right? Like he took it all the way to an edge guard and then didn't give him his jump back and then closed it out with a pivot tipper. So. Ooh, infinite grab
great
range.
reversal here.
Fourth throw down tilt.
Oh, that down tilt. Oh, what an angle.
Yep.
He gets the nair shine. Oh, and then he gets the crouch or the SDI down on the down smash to get the second down smash out in time to get the punish.
Yep, that was really clean. So it's kind of like gipping back and forth here. So.
Oh,
making it back here is like crucial for him. That's one way you don't want to fall on your last stock on FD, right? So.
Nice F smash against it.
No jump.
Oh, I like the F tilt, and then he finds the down smash.
That's another kind of new thing that people have been doing. It's like down smash lets you react way better than forward smash versus like tech options. So, oh, he misses the dash pivot pivot grab. 18% is like the hardest percent. That's the one you have to start doing the pivot grab, and you have to be like pretty perfect at exactly 18. So.
One of the other things I want to note in this match in particular, early on, Kodorin would like jump, and then when he felt threatened, he would use the double jump to try to get away. And SFAT was doing such a great job of punishing his landing. And in the last two stocks, I feel like Kodorin has played much more grounded and really been disciplined about not double jumping away from pressure.
Right. Ooh,
Oof.
super stylish ending there. Once you're off stage, you can end it with any aerial. May as well end it with the down air, right?
And he got the trade there, so he would have been able to make it back too, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
So
just flexing.
1-1. You can't take too much stock of that because it is FD, and that's supposed to be the free win for Marth. But still good to Kodorin to close it out there.
Yeah, you got to close it out because it feels real bad to lose that game, right? Like if SFAT as the Spacey, you only feel like you need one on FD, and so if you take it, you kind of feel like the set's over. If you lose it, it's like whatever. I was supposed to lose it. Let's move on, right? So as long as you don't let that give Marth a ton of momentum, you start like changing your game plan because that's one thing, right? Like we mentioned some of the adaptations that were happening, but perhaps that's a little bit FD specific. If you play too grounded while Fox is hopping around platforms, maybe you lose control there, right? So as long as SFAT can sort of realize that his other game plan involving platforms is still going to be good. So
right. Yeah, and one of the things I'll mention here, we talked a little bit earlier about how Kodorin in the past has had a little bit of trouble with Foxes in particular. And one of the like storylines of Kodorin was that he would go up 2-0 in sets against the ranked Foxes in SoCal, and then he would lose 2 games on FD. So to see him close out against SFAT there is a really good sign for his improvement and progress.
Yep. So we're going to Dreamland. It looks like Kodorin was playing like hella aggressive right off the start, just like running right at him, and then he finds a grab near the corner. Doesn't get any sort of conversion though, so maybe already seeing the benefits of the stage compared to FDU now.
Yeah, and you saw he went for that super high reward gimp option where he went for the F smash if you roll to the corner.
Right.
But SFAT just didn't go there, so.
SFAT having some wild like aerial shine punishes that are like paying off. Ooh. Fine here.
Yeah. Okay.
He does have a jump here. Yeah, be careful here. So that's actually like a common IBDW thing. He does the fake light shield like that, and even though he knows you can double jump to the edge, he still sets up the Marth killer there, and then he tricks you and like jumps out and shines you at the last second, right when he's like, because like every Marth is like, oh, you can't Marth killer, I can double jump to the ledge, and it's like, no, I was actually just pretending, right? So...
Yeah, I get those pre-primed reactions and punish them for him.
Yeah.
All right, he gets the grab in the middle of the stage. Oh, the F smash doesn't tip her.
Yeah, it looked a little early for me. I think that's up tilt percent, right? It was like 40%. You can go for like the dash pivot tipper or the walk tipper, but may as well up tilt to that percent. I guess he just wanted to convert to an edge guard right away, which is high reward on this stage, right? Like if you can just close out the edge guard, but it felt a little greedy to me.
Yeah, definitely.
I
I like that. All right, so he brings it back to 2 stocks apiece, but SFAT able to close it out and maintain his 1 stock lead right away there.
Yep. We're also seeing like this right here, right? SFAT was in the corner. He immediately hops to platform, gets back down in center stage. And Fox is so hard, and this combo is insane right now. Like,
oh, he gets the nair too to punish the no tech.
Oh my god, into more down smashes. Oh, he actually got the crouch there. So you you want to like ASDI down, but not true crouch it. Oh, again, he accidentally Sakurai angles again. So he needs to just like spam down smash faster. So.
All right, Kodorin. Oh, he thought he had a double jump, I guess.
Yeah, couldn't count to 1, you know.
Pretty tricky, pretty tricky.
I always joke when Puffs like lose count of how many jumps they have. They're like, oh, they couldn't count to 5. And when a Spacey does it, it's like, or Marth, it's like, oh, you couldn't count to 1.
Oh, he's able to slide back all the way.
Wow, crazy that up smash didn't lead to anything. So pretty good DI and like instant jump out by Kodorin. But SFAT's still in full control.
Yeah.
That's been a story of this set. If Kodorin drops a punish, it's a big deal, right? Like he's dropped the punish and gotten reversaled or loses control right away. But when SFAT drops a punish, he's keeping himself in a prime position to be below Marth with him in the corner, right? And so it's like, oh, I dropped the punish and then you fall into my bear and then you eat another bear and then you're off stage and you double jumped into my bear, right? So it's like he doesn't need the like 0 to death in order to close out a stock because he's always in a good position. So
yeah, exactly right. We talked early on about how ready SFAT's plan B was in the defensive game, right? In game 1, we saw like Kodorin going for those down tilts and finding them, but not being able to get the conversion. And here we're seeing the other side of that. Oh my God, what a start!
Yeah, I actually think that. I don't know. I actually don't think that was on camera yet, but like they spawned and Kodorin just dropped down and raw grabbed SFAT's short hop across the stage. And I'm a huge fan of start of the game cheese. I always used to like pick port 3, and I had like stage specific cheese on every single stage versus every port and stuff. So it's cool to see Kodorin just find a grab like while the ghost screen is on, right?
Man, and again we see Kodorin going for this F smash to close out his chain grab, and SFAT just finding a way to like maneuver around it and get a counter off of it.
I bet you Kodorin would just tell you that he's messing up, right? Like he's like,
oh, for sure,
that's that maneuvering around. I just messed up, you know. But like, it's still like it is a problem. Like whatever the reasoning for is, it's definitely a problem, right? Like you got to be able to close out the stocks every time because SFAT is the 4th of shine.
Okay, he is low enough percent where this isn't just an immediate kill. Oh, and Kodorin is able to feint his way back.
Yep, and he's finding the big punish again. So
nice. Oh, he had the dare. He knew he had the dare, and he just wasn't quite fast enough. SFAT
finds a shine way down low.
Oh my God, he went down for that shine. Nice.
Yep, and that was like almost a true punish, like on reaction to Marth's side being a little too close to the stage, and he basically had no options there, so he's kind of. Ooh, SFAT doesn't go for the immediate up air, and Kodorin like properly jumps out there, so he kind of let him free.
Yeah.
Oh, and up smash. Whenever you see like raw up smashes, it's such a meaty hit. So CC's back and forth. Ooh.
Yeah, and you can see Kodorin trying to space his aerials. He doesn't want to deal with getting reversaled with CC off one of his aerials.
Yeah, I actually think it's kind of giving it a problem. He's used to kind of walling people out, and SFAT's not challenging the wall, right? He's standing right outside of range, and he was spacing his own down tilts, right? So suddenly they're both just dealing with like long range moves, and eventually SFAT finds like an unreactable approach because Fox is like really fast in those ranges. So.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing it, right? Like every opening that Kodorin's getting is off like an overshoot grab, or,
right?
You know, a really scary stand in place and grab right at the right moment. He's not finding those openings off of the wall like you're talking about.
Right, the defense, right? Like, yeah, because even there, like, we saw him hit SFAT twice with his wall. He forwarded him, and SFAT acted immediately. He down tilted him, and SFAT crouch canceled it, right? So, like, he really needs to find aggressive overshoot grabs to get the hits, and, well, he finds something, bounces off the ledge, and...
Oh, and again, yeah, the tippers are not coming for those up Bs. I think that's the, like, 3rd or 4th one he's missed in the set.
Yep. Oh, and a soft nair up smash. That's a tough kill confirmed classic.
Love to see it. And to do it off the side platform there, I feel like Kodorin felt he was very safe. Didn't recognize that threat available to SFAT in that moment. Oh my God, he gets around the shield breaker? That was crazy.
Yeah, it gets to the other side and just barely lives. I think he could have shined him off stage, but he went for like an aerial instead. But here he's in full control again. How does Marth get down? He doesn't even matter when he drops the punish because Marth still has to find a way down. And the only way to do it is to put himself all the way in the corner, right? He had to go off stage and grab the ledge. And that's where SFAT's able to just rack up more and more damage and ends the stock at 89%. So.
Yeah, so good stuff to Kodorin to find a way back, to claw back, but now he's just in such a tough spot here.
Oh, but he finds a Mewtwo King dash attack. That's a classic. You hold the ledge for a while, come back up and dash attack all the way to center stage. Oh!
Okay. Kodorin making it hard for SFAT to close things out here.
Yep, and I think like as SFAT, you're happy to get him to 80%, but you're still scared because you're on their last stock at 0, right? Like we talked about Marth, his kill threat starts at 0, and he finds the up smash right here. That was a really tricky recovery for Kodorin. You could see SFAT was already jumping off there, and you're low enough percent to where the up B doesn't knock you down. You're so limited on options because you're terrified of the Shine Spike. You got to up B early, and then you just die. So.